society! Hello, gamers. Welcome to the Ava 3.0 watch-along. I'm the Jibo baby.
I just finished the Odyssey. That is the Snyder Cut. It took me all day. It took me almost my entire lifetime to watch. Has anybody seen it yet? Man, if I would have done the watch along with the Snyder Cut, we'd be here all night. It would be the last thing we do. Yeah, so if you're at all interested in it, if you're interested in the film itself, and you've got 4 hours to spare, watch it. Because it's a fascinating, I think in like 20 years it'll be a fascinating time capsule as to the time where Warner Brothers was like, hey, we need a cinematic universe. Can you make it in one movie, please? Because that's exactly what it is. Like okay, so I don't know why they decided to make it 4 hours, because it's like easily the first 2 hours are just like 2 hours of deleted scenes, which is just like, it's enough to like give a couple more characters a little bit more to do. Like they give you a little bit more of like Cyborg's backstory, and they give you like a little bit more of like what Flash had going on before. And for some reason they decided to make like Steppenwolf kind of sympathetic. God knows why, but they did. But if you don't have 4 hours, you could probably just get away with watching 2 hours. Because if you watch the end, it's basically just the good parts of the first movie. So Joss Whedon blown out because the JoJo reference where friggin' Flash is like, I gotta go fast, and he runs real fast, and then Superman's like frozen in the stop time, and then he goes, so you're approaching me. That was part of this movie. Like, I don't think Whedon added anything good to the movie because everything good was still in this movie. I'm trying to think. Okay, so then the regular movie happens, right? And there's a couple changes. Like, for example, everybody knows, it was kind of like, they were like, hey, we heard you guys wanted black suit Superman, right? So we just made his suit black in post, and nobody mentions it. Like, it's just a bunch of scenes that Superman already did in the movie, except for now his suit's black. Yeah, Jason Momoa is still a Chad. His Chadship is not contested. Oh, could you imagine watching this movie in theaters? It would be death. That would be what kills theaters. Okay, yeah, so then the movie ends. There's a couple changes. They give Flash and Cyborg a little bit more in the end, so the end's kind of a little bit better. And then they go to like epilogue, right? And they do the epilogue, and then that's when it starts getting crazy, right? Because then they're like, what else did we delete? What else didn't fit in the movie? And they're like, just stick it all at the end. Just stick it all in there. So what they do is they basically take like 30 minutes of like Justice League 2. Like they just pulled 30 minutes out of the sequel to Justice League in the middle. And then they just stuck it on the end and they said, Batman, have a dream. So it's like, yeah, well, here's Batman's dream. And here's this character, because Deadshot was in the original, right? Deadshot was introduced in the post-credits in the original. So they introduce him in the epilogue for like 5 seconds the exact same way, where he meets Lex Luthor. And like 5 seconds later, they're like, all right, let's go to Batman's dream. And then they go to Batman's dream, and Batman is working with Deadshot, who just said that he's going to kill Batman. Or Deathstroke. Yeah, I keep saying Deadshot. Deadpool, Deathstroke, Deadshot. Deathstroke. It's Deathstroke. So, yeah, it's not Will Smith. So all of a sudden, Batman, Deathstroke working together. Apparently, Aquaman's dead. Mira's with him. Cyborg, he's still there. Gotta have our diversity, right? And then, here he comes. The Joker, baby. And then he just talks mad trash for like 10 minutes. He just freaking destroys Batman's psyche. Batman's like, all of my hope died a long time ago. My hope is all dead. I have no life. My life is gone. And then he was like, oh, but Batman. He kind of sounded like Jim Carrey as like the Riddler. He's like, oh, but Batman, didn't you have a mother? And didn't you have a father? And didn't you have an adopted son I killed? It's so bizarre because they like don't explain any of these characters. Like it's very much like targeted to like that's why it's such like a fascinating like time capsule, because it's very much a film that has no interest in explaining itself. It's like, hey, here's Deathstroke. You know him. We don't need to explain what that is. Hey, here's the Joker, who's not been in any of these movies yet. I think up until that point, had Suicide Squad even come out yet? They're like, here's the Joker. He's there, you know? And then, who else? And then, okay. And then, all of a sudden, there's a knock at the door, and that wakes up Batman. Batman's like, what a bad dream. I hope that sequel never happens. And then he goes out onto his veranda. Okay, tell me if you want to be surprised or not, because I really want to talk about it. Just say, okay, if you're okay with me saying who's on the veranda. And if you're not okay, say not okay. Okay, people are okay with it. If you're not okay with it, close your ears. So he goes out onto the veranda, right? And it's just freaking Martian Manhunter. And they don't say anything about it. They're just like, oh, look, here's Martian Manhunter. He's here too. And he's like, hey, Batman, good job in that movie. I'm happy that your parents would be happy for you. I'm really happy for you. And I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna head out. I just wanted to say what's up. By the way, they call me the Martian Manhunter. And then he just flies away. Also, for some reason, they just introduced Adam. Like they were like they were gonna make an Adam movie. Like what were you thinking? What was your plan? Oh, what a movie. You should watch it. You should definitely watch it. Martha Manhunter, go to hell. Oh my goodness. Okay. Who wants to watch Evangelion? I can't be here all night. Let's go watch Evangelion. Let's go watch an anime. No, wrong place. We said we'd never come back, except for the 2 times that we have to come back. Ah, yes. We're here again. So here's what happened, right? Before we get this movie started, let me tell you about my morning. When I woke up to get this bread, right? I woke up this morning to get this bread. And I was like, all right, this movie is gonna take me all day to watch. So my plan was I didn't have HBO Max on the TV in my gym. So I was like, I'm gonna go put HBO Max on the TV in my gym and I'm gonna watch at least the first 2 hours while I'm working out, right? So I woke up, I took my vitamins, I took my pre-workout, and I applied my sweet sweat. And for those of you who don't know what sweet sweat is, it's kind of like a lotion that you put on, and it makes you hot. Like it makes your body hot, so you sweat a little bit more. So you put it on like your torso and like your stubborn areas, right? So I put that on, and then I go in the garage and I tried to set up Justice League. And for some reason, the internet was rebelling on all of my TVs except for my upstairs TV. So I tried for like a half hour to set up HBO on the TV in there. And I'm like, oh, I just took my pre-workout. I'm gonna lose it. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a light workout today because I've worked out really hard the past 2 days, right? And then I went upstairs and I said, okay, I took the pre-workout, so I'll just do some like little prison workouts upstairs while I watch it. So I'm not gonna ride the bike. I'll do some like push-ups and sit-ups, do a little bit of core to tighten up, you know? So needless to say, it wasn't like I was a sweaty mess while I was watching the movie. I kind of just got some good core work in and called it a day while I finished watching the following 4 hours of film. But because I didn't sweat, right, it didn't activate the sweet sweat until literally right now as I am sitting down, because I didn't shower yet because I didn't need to. I sat down in here. It's a little bit hotter in my office and I'm wearing a hoodie, and the sweet sweat is now activating on my stomach and my stomach burns. Let's watch the movie. I can't wash it off. I can't wash it off live on stream. I don't want you to see my tummy. All right, everybody, make sure you don't upload. Make sure you load your Blu-ray of Evangelion 3.0. You cannot redo. I will say 1, 2, 3, go, and then we will all start the film, okay? So grab onto my tentacles. 1, 2, 3, go. It begins. Martha! Save Martha! All right, where were we? Third impact? What was that? I posted feet for free, so now Tum Tum is all I've got left. Do you want to rob me from house and home? Let's go to space. Hold on, I'm having trouble with my Blu-ray. My Blu-ray's acting up. Hold on. Don't pause. Okay, I'm good. I think I'm a little bit behind everybody now. Let me try and... Okay, not bad. Bum, 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 bum. Don't pause. We're on track. Could it be? She's here. They were like, what if we did Evangelion, except for both of the girls talk? You ever find a remote in your pocket and you don't know what it was to? Just punch it. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was better than the original one. I'm kind of like, so okay, here's a thought that I had when I was watching it, right? I'm kind of sick. I'm sick of like grimdark superhero movies, right? But I'm also sick of, I mean, I'm not sick of it. I still like the Marvel movies. But I'm getting kind of tired of it's like, oh, it's kind of clever tongue-in-cheek, like, oh, I freaking love science type of humor kind of thing, right? I kind of just want a superhero movie to just like be about the joy of being a superhero. Is there one of those that exists? Yeah, like the Marvel movies are fun, right? But they're all very much like, oh, we're all nerds, right? Like it's all like, oh, you gotta. It's kind of like a little bit sarcastic and clever. It's like overly like clever, and everybody is Iron Man, right? And then on the other hand, I don't know. I feel like Zack Snyder must have the darkest view of humanity, right? Because it's almost like his thesis is if these new gods existed, then would we not just resort to our stupid, our stupid pyramid building brains, where it's like every human being that's just a regular human in this movie, in the Justice League movie, is like this gawking, like worshiping peon in the presence of gods. Like every time they frame the superheroes is like, these are the gods of the new world, and everybody else is just like these chanting buffoons. $20,000 life-size Ray figure. So if it's like a $20,000 life-size doll of Ray, then it also acts just like her? That's crazy. Shinji, you're going to jail. What? Misato, did you get hotter? Collar me, mommy. What? Oh, why did I never hear that? So, is what just happened the equivalent of in the series when Shinji turned into LCL and kind of got rebirthed again? And he came out naked? Is that kind of what they're implying is happening here? What did I do? Oh, I love old lips girl. What's her name? Old lippies? Lippy-kun? I love her. I don't know what her name is, but I love her. She does look like Pinkie Pie. Her name's Midori. Midori's not a pink hair name. I don't know what they're upset about. Shinji just fixed the weather. It was too hot before, and now it's cold. Civvies. Ah, yes, the strong womanship. Oh yeah, it is Kitakami. You got a lot of nerve having brown-haired Asuka. Look at modernized Ritsuko with her sassy mom haircut. Wait, brown-haired Asuka's Toji's sister? It's been 14 years, right? Although, didn't they say something like the LCL made it so that none of the children's aged, but they're old? Yeah, I'd rather they would have just aged them up. They wouldn't have had to do much. Yeah, and Toji's sister would be like, assuming she was like 10 in the beginning, she's like 24. Oh, are you thinking that Mari is old? Like really old? That is a weird thing to add, right? They never mentioned anything like that before. It's actually more interestingly a commentary on like not leaving your mother, right? Like the Ava pilots are people who are almost coddled by their mother, like they never leave the womb, so they stop aging. That's interesting. Oh, what if Mari is just Asuka from the first series? Who would she be? She'd have to be Asuka. She does drive. She drives Ava Unit 2, right? Whoa! Did we just figure it out without watching the last movie? What? Yeah, I can't. Maybe she missed him. Maybe it's like Satan and Devilman Cryberry's baby. It's like, oh, I missed you. It's been too long. Computer talk. That's a big old AT field, boy. Bam, 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 bam. Get ready to fly. Friggin' Oscar with the eye patch. So good. Yeah, not a lot of guitars in Ava usually. Yeah, the original series was mostly royalty-free music. And then the rebuild was mostly piano. But now it's Gurren Lagann. Oh, it's like a chuggy guitar too. It's like gung 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 gung. Gar. What a weird plane. It looks like remember when Titus falls out of the frying pan and into the fire, and then he goes into the water and he has to fight that big fish with the rib cage? That's what this plane looks like. This is like the soundtrack to the Evangelion Muso game. Two sides of the human experience: depression and boats. You could never improve Unit 2. She's beautiful. Wunder. Wunder, the Godslayer. Where the heck did they pull the Wunder from? Tentative name. Why'd I come back? That means he was born. He doesn't need his mom anymore. What are we, some kind of suicide squad? You could just explain it. Look at the Crocs on Shinji. Yeah, why isn't the backpacking venture happening? Ah, what a... That's the best look Asuka's ever had. Pooh! A little jacket, a little hat, a little eye patch, plug suit. Don't worry, it's new for the rebuilds. Colonel? I think she's inside of you. Yes, my vaporwave! Kingdom Hearts. Stupid face. The face! The face! The rebuilds were worth it for that face. Ray is his Roxas. See, if you actually just watch the rebuilds, Mari's fine. She doesn't belong here. Come with me if you want to live. Yeah, you guys could literally have told him anything. No. We're Willie. Oh, I like nice Sakura. Yeah, right. Maybe you should have explained anything to him. Mari's great. Now we're actually in the, the post part of the Persona 4 Golden where you can get into Mari's actual involvement in the story. She's just not hanging out on the sideline anymore. Like, out of range. My lord, just a drop of explanation. How you been? Sorry about that, my face died. Who's that handsome boy? Black Suit Ray. But why those glasses? Why Fiutsky's face? There's no more food left, but Yamaha is still making pianos. Somebody explain something to me! Nutrients. Oh, I love the corrupted nerve logo. You walked into her room. I don't know what that is. Awkward Shinji is like, black is a slimming color. Not that you need it. Minimalist. Naked. What is books? Now this feels like Ray. Like? What is like? Unit 13? Yeah, it's like somebody stuck a pin in that little hole and reset Ray. Imagine, like, imagine working with the guy who married the girl you like to bring her back. That's the state of Fuyutsuki. No, I was phrased. Yeah, like he was her creepy teacher who loved her. And then when somebody her own age got in there, he was like, oh man. Yeah, he was her teacher. Show him happiness, Kaoru. Look at those yaoi hands. Shinji's face. Yeah, why is the Shinji doesn't play cello in the rebuild, right? It's not that complicated. Hey. Hey. Shinji's like, am I gay? Because I feel gay. Nice tree. A smile. Something like 14 years. Evangelion 3.0 is brought to you by Yamaha. Yeah, what did they mean by that? Friends? You want to lie down and look at the stars? That's what you think. Kaoru. You fear change. You prefer nothing. Look at that pose. What? What did he see? I'm just an angel. No, my shirt's just big. Oh, it's Toji's shirt. I didn't know that. You don't like change. You prefer the abyss. The cold embrace of space. Tell me. You're going to need a spaceship. I can live on the moon. Kaoru, you're like an angel. What is that? Is that the moon? Teeth. Okay, I have to pay attention. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's Earth is broke. It wasn't quite third impact. We got no Earth here. Earth machines broke. That extended not frame of animation was reminiscent of old Ava. You can't redo, Shinji. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Shinji trying to make Rei do her homework. Rei 2 is right. Let's play a game. You want to play Scrabble? I really liked your mom. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, Mari. Asuka's mom? A near replicant. A rebuild. Based Creeper Fuyutsuki is the only person who's being nice to Shinji. I'm going to make a big wife. It's a lot of books.
You alright, dude?
If anybody understood no waifu, it is him. Pilot the Ava. Don't pilot the Ava. Pilot the Ava. Don't pilot the Ava. Pilot the Ava. Don't pilot the Ava. Bruh. Kaoru, save me! What have I become? No, vaporwave. Executor. That's what Anno said when they asked him to do the rebuild movies. I'm your friend. Well, then why don't you take it off? Why? Why did he have to put it on? Why not just throw it away? Together, we can take both of our spears and play with them together. Say you love him. We're friends. I think that's my problem is I've done all the mental gymnastics to like understand what's going on in the first Ava. And when you change the gymnastics routine, then I get confused. I forget. Wheelie. Look at that scythe. The remains of those who fell short of infinity. That's awesome! Was that like proto LCL? Proto Avas, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thanks for coming. Dum 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 dum. Ah! The spares. Oh yeah, I forgot about Cassius. She doesn't have a soul. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to watch 3.0 plus 1.0 on Blu-ray. But if somebody finds it, I'll watch it. Oh, I have Amazon Prime. Baka Shinji. Vessel of the atoms. What does she mean by that? That is how it be sometimes. Stop helping me! You're making it worse! Well, the angels are children of Adam, right? Or are humans children of Adam? That's the answer. Or are humans children of Lilith? Is that why he keeps calling us Lilin? Yeah. Yeah, Lilim. So angels are children of Adam. So how is this carrying the atoms? There's one atom in there. Old hag. Seems like Mari knows everybody. Back to Yui. These aren't the droids we're looking for. Someone explain, I'm confused. Attitude adjustments. What? That looks awesome. Oops. Ew. Let's begin, shall we? So the spears are how they stopped Third Impact. Where did they even get the spears from? They just had them? It's all core. The king? I'm so confused. Gendo tricked Kaoru. Is there like a video I can watch? Freuden, Freuden! I'm glad they kept this. That looks so cool. You're gonna get this Third Impact. This ain't no near impact. I keep freaking everything up! Why do I even try? Yes. just hit it with a truck. Midori looks like she doesn't belong in this anime. It's not even the lips. She just looks like... She looks like a Trigger character. Oh, yeah, or Eureka 7. No Johns, Asuka. They're like, let's just add cool stuff. It's a good question. Gosh dang. Mom. Now this feels like the end of an Evangelion. Yeah, Shinji. You tried to help. Shouldn't have tried to help. How are you the first and the 13th age? I'll explain! Neither do I. Next time. Squawk. Oh my gosh. That angle. Why does she keep calling? Okay, there's got to be something to that too, right? Why does she keep calling Asuka your highness and princess, like sarcastically, but then she literally just said you have to save the princess? Cool song. She knows so much more than we do. Not quite. Gendo wasn't the bad guy? Well, you still have Vaporwave. Stupid Shinji. Literally, I didn't have all these years. Look at his face. Suzuku. What Utada song is this? Is there a post credit on this one too? Evangelion 3.0 explained? No, I don't want a review. Oh, I know this song. As soon as the 3.1 plus 1.3 point math comes out on Blu-ray, oh, this video seems to explain Sele's plan. Everybody's sad sometimes. How did Utada become like the soundtrack of Evangelion? I mean, I'm not against it. Why would they animate this? Eight plus two? What is that? Why would they just tell lies? 8 plus 2? It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's so dumb.
The story goes as follows.
Yes.
The 10th angel was approaching the Geofront when Mary, piloting Evangelion Unit 2, appeared to fight it, and although struggles badly, she keeps pushing to prevent the angel advancement. Suddenly, Rey appears piloting her damaged Evangelion unit, carrying an N2 mine.
Yes.
The most powerful non-nuclear weapon ever created.
I understood what's going on at this point.
While saving Mary. She fails, and although Mary managed to survive the explosion, Rey's Evangelion unit was immobilized, with Rey still inside it. The 10th angel devours the unit, and the Rey we met in the first two movies was no more. Shinji, after witnessing his friend's demise, runs towards the Geofront, confronts his father, and goes inside Evangelion Unit 1 to fight the angel, and tries to save her. Struggles, and the 10th angel overpowers him. Only Evangelion Unit 1 true form was able to save Shinji and fight back,
Yes.
defeating then the very powerful enemy. But Shinji, who is now in control of the Berserk Evangelion unit, pushes forward. His goal is to save Rey, his friend. He finally did, but by doing so, he unwittingly started the event known as the Third Impact.
Near Third
His
Impact.
mortality had begun. Gendikari and Seal's plan were about to be fulfilled. The world was about to end. But then something happened.
What happened?
The Spear of Cautious appears from the sky and stopped the apocalyptic event.
Yes.
Kaoru, aboard
That was
Apollo
Kaoru.
6, descended from the moon and was the one who threw the spear. Seal decided to stop instrumentality even though they were the ones with the plan. So
Yes.
the question remains.
Why?
Why Seal would stop a plan they designed and put in motion?
Yes.
In this video, I will try to answer that question. One of the most mysterious factions in reveal of Evangelion's story is Seal. And although it seems that they are the same one as in the original TV story, we know that Reveal is a whole different one, with different characters and a different continuity. Seal is not an exception, and although its members are only seen as monoliths in a handful of occasions in the story, their actions play a key part in the events throughout it. I already made a video on Seal and their role on the TV story. Nevertheless,
Exposed.
to this day I haven't made any videos on the end of Evangelion. And although that video explains Seal's motives and goals, I did not went over on how the events developed, as it was not the purpose of that video. But for the purposes of this video, I will go over it very briefly, as it's important to understand the differences between the end of Evangelion Third Impact and Reveal's second movie, Near Third Impact, and why Seal pushed and forced on the main continuity and prevented on Reveals. In the end of Evangelion, Seal's plan was fulfilled mostly as intended, as Gendo failed in his own plan to reunite himself with Yui, carrying Adam's embryo in his hand and using Rey and Lilith. Nevertheless, the forbidden union between Adam and Lilith was fulfilled when Rey was absorbed by Lilith, carrying Adam inside her and thus studying instrumentality. The whole
Yes.
situation in the second part of the movie seems very confusing, but the role of Evangelion Unit 1 instrumentality is simple. Seal wanted all humankind to become one, destroying everyone's AT field, thus turning everyone into an endless sea of LCL.
Yeah, so we don't have to
Using
talk
the Black
anymore.
Moon to collect all of the souls. According to the extended lore, Seal wanted a vessel that could unite all of their souls, that is the committee, into a single entity.
I don't know what just happened.
That will live forever. And although Seal considered humankind to be a failure, the Evangelion unit was an entity comparable to a deity that would allow them to restart humanity as they wanted. The next step of human evolution. Let's leave the events of the end of Evangelion there and move to the events on Reveal's second movie. I promise, however, to make a set of videos regarding the end of Evangelion in the future, where I will revisit this more in depth. In Reveal, instrumentality is more than an event, according to Kaoru in the third movie. It is a rite that has been put in practice since immemorial times, adding that the purpose of it is to end the old life,
He did say that.
and thus lilims or humans, and start a new one from the tree of life. While Kaoru
Is it like a Dark Souls thing?
the screen is focusing
Is
on
our
the
age
spirit
supposed to
of the
end?
tree and the bizarre outcome of the near third impact that Shinji started and Kaoru stopped with the Spear of Cautious. These strange creatures are known as the Failures of Infinity, and according to the lore, they are the result of a failed and impure unity of Lilith and Adam. The most common trait between these abominations is that they are missing their head, and on the outskirts of the city, they seem more incomplete than those closer to the geofront, where the near third impact took place. We do not know if these failures are dead or alive at this point. What we do know is that in the official lore, they are catalogized as Evangelion units, which has been the origin of massive speculations from the fandom over the years, and probably the source of the new Nerf's Evangelion units. In the third act of Reveal Q, the third movie, we are revealed several things, as instrumentality is put in motion in this part. Number 1, Kaoru states that Rei Q is not the Rei that we know, which means that Rei's soul is not in her. Because I already stated earlier that Shinji saved Rei's soul from the 10th Angel Core and it was left someplace on the Evangelion Unit 1. My personal guess, for ridiculous in my sound, is that I believe that Rei's soul lives
Is
within
Shinji.
the AT.
That's what I said.
As it takes an unusual spotlight throughout the film. It's the only
It
thing
does.
that Wiley was able to extract from Evangelion Unit 1 other than Shinji. Rei Q at the end of the film takes it, and it takes a full screenshot in one of the teasers for Reveal 3+1. But again,
That's
is
a lie.
just a silly little theory that I came up with on the past few months. Rei Q missing soul is not the only difference from the previous Rei, but also Rei Q is not at the orders of Genrikari. Not anymore. Actually, she is now under the thumb of Seal. Basically, after the third impact was avoided, Nair became under Seal's direct control, including the Ayanami series. When Shinji and Kaoru reach the Terminal Dogma, we are revealed that Lilith have been already being united with Mark VI, who has 2 spears. Now, we are led to believe by Kaoru that one of the spears is Cautious, while the other is Longinus.
But he was
We
wrong.
know from the original lore that the Spear of Longinus is basically a safeguard provided by the ancestral race for the destruction of a god. While we are not certain of the Spear of Cautious' purpose, it is used only once in the story, when Kaoru halted the third impact. When Kaoru realized that there was no
Well, Longinus came out of Third
he knows
Impact,
that
right?
something is wrong. At this point, we know that Kaoru is Seal's child, who is used
No.
as a countermeasure of Gendo's
They
plan.
just had it.
Therefore, he is
I don't
why
remember.
Shinji, who does not know anything, moves forward with the extraction of the spears. While doing so, Lily explodes in a sea of LCL, thus starting instrumentality in the revealed story. The subsequent events reveal a lot of the background of the story. like Kaoru revealing himself to be an angel, Mark 6 being the container of another angel, there is another angel, the 11th, that never appears on the story so far as we jump from the 10th to the 12th and then the 13th. We also learned that Mark 9 is the Adam's vessel according to Mari. In the TV and the end of Evangelion story, there is only one Adam, while on reveal, there is 4.
Yes.
One of them being Evangelion Unit 1. When Shinji started the third impact in the second movie, he was doing it aboard of a single Adam, which means instrumentality, as Seal was planning, could not move forward.
They needed more
All
atoms.
of the Adam merged together in a single entity before starting instrumentality, an entity known as the True Evangelion. That is the reason why they sent Kaoru aboard Mark 6, another Adam, to stop the event. Not only that, but now Seal had another problem. Lily's soul, which is Rei, now resides within Unit 1, as Shinji pulled her out of the 10th Angel. This was Gendo Ikari's plan.
So they're missing a part.
It seems like he was accepting the event as it was progressing before Seal's intervention. In Reveal Q, Evangelion Unit 1 was salvaged by Wily and was adapted to take part into the ship known as the Wonder, as Dr. Akagi explained early on the film, which means that now Seal and Gendo Ikari needs the ship in order to have all of the Adams and fulfill their plans. That is why Seal took control over Mark 9 away from Rei Q to attack the Wonder. They knew that Rei Q was undergoing some kind of epiphany and had to take matters on their own hands and try to take control of the Wonder. Only Asuka was able to stop it, and by
She was trying to get back to her soul.
her Evangelion unit. Therefore, Wily intervention in the event was perfect for Seal, as they took advantage of the situation to try to take control of the Wonder. They already have in their possession 3 of the items, which are Mark 6, Unit 13, and the Key of Nebuchadnezzar. Although we haven't seen the later one since the second movie, the last and only time we have seen it in all its glory was on Gendo's possession, as it was delivered by Kaji, who smuggled it out from the Bethany base in the South Pole during Mary and the Third Angel battle. So what happened?
Yeah, I'm still confused.
When Shinji pulled both of the
Why are there more than one atom?
Well, he allowed Lilith to become LCL.
Why are there so many atoms?
The angel within Mark 6 threw it into Unit 13. And although the Wonder managed to escape, Kaoru's death within Unit 13 were good news for their plans, as now his soul resides within the unit. It is not clear, however, if this was Gendo's plan, as we can only deduct that his own plan is to put his soul within Unit 13 as a way to become a god and be able to reunite with Yui.
Man, don't ever simp for a girl that hard. I don't care if it's your wife.
And thus uniting all of the Adams that he has.
If you simp for a girl so hard that you want to end the world
Let's summarize all we learned so far
to bring her
in the
back,
simplest way possible.
you fricked up.
It is a right that forces artificial human evolution. The masterminds behind it is Seal. The goal is to annihilate all life forms from the planet to start a new one, coming from the new fruit of life. To achieve this, there are 2 plans, Seal's and Gendo's. Seal's plan is similar to the one of the TV series. Force the forbidden union between Adam and Lilith. To do so, they needed to resuscitate Lilith, who was petrified in the terminal dogma. In their plans, they tend to use Kaoru as the original Adam, and use Shinji as a safeguard to fulfill instrumentality in case that Kaoru dies in the process. This happens during Reveal Q. Gendo's plan is also similar to his own plan in the TV show, using Adam to reunite with Jude. Now, we do not know the specifics of his plan, although it seems like he really does not care what happens to humanity as long as he is able to fulfill his goal. There is the reason why he was okay with a near third impact in the second movie, as he had one of the Adams,
This is
which
fun.
was Unit 1, unifying with Lily, who is Rei. Of course, Seal was not okay with it, because Unit 1 is not the true Evangelion, and the 10th Angel was not Lilith. Currently, Seal is out of the picture, as Gendo convinced them to commit suicide, tricking them to believe the instrumentality was going according to their plans, as he and Fuyutsuki were turning their monoliths off. Now Gendo is free to do things as he pleases, on the next movie. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I will reward you with a final little secret that has been around the fandom for many years.
What?
I will tell you who Seal actually is. Ready? Aliens. Now let me explain. Seal from the Reveal continuity is not the same Seal from the TV show where we actually get to see their faces and even know the name of their leader.
Oh yeah, that's true.
In the Reveal continuity, we never get to see their faces. We see their monoliths floating in space, and also Gendo confirms that they were lifeforms whose souls were gifted with the fruit of knowledge, and were able to modify their souls to live forever. So we can assume from his statement that Seal are either angels or the ancestral race itself. The argument behind Kaoru's explanation in Reveal Q also seemed to imply that Seal were forcing human evolution for thousands of years. Now, we know aliens do exist in the Evangelion universe, both in the original story and on Reveals, because both Adam and Lilith came from space. Therefore, they are both from an alien origin. Alright, perhaps saying that Seal itself are straight up aliens may be a little bit too much, and their origins may be simpler than that. As we can see on the back of the monoliths, two very important clues that may imply the unification of two secret societies. The first one that stands out is the Eye of God, which is the Pyramid Eye, a symbol that has been linked with the Illuminati. And we also see three checkered squares, which may suggest a
They're
Masonic
Freemasons.
Therefore, they only might be just a group of wealthy and powerful individuals that found the secret of immortality. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. I am currently developing a set of videos regarding Reveal.
But there's this big war trying to basically destroy humanity because humanity has free will, and there's a decision to which level we want to go to. We have free will, so evil's allowed to come and contend, and not just good. And the elites themselves believe they're racing using human technology to try to take our best minds and build some type of breakaway civilization.
Yes.
They're going to merge with machines, transcend, and break away from the failed species that is man.
Right.
Which is kind of like a false transmission because they're thinking what they are is ugly and bad.
That's what Sele wanted.
Themselves instead of believing, no, it's a human test about building us up. And so,
Right.
It was set up 18, 19 years ago. I knew about this before.
I think you meant to say Sele.
Sources that they wanted to build a giant artificial system, and Google believes that the first artificial intelligence will be a supercomputer based on the neuron activities of the hive mind of humanity. With
The Magi system.
into it with the Internet of Things, and so all of our thoughts go into it, and we're actually building a computer that has real neurons in real time that's also psychically connected to us, that are organic creatures, so that they will have current prediction powers, future prediction powers.
Right.
Crystal ball. But the big secret is, once you have a crystal ball and know the future, you can add stimuli beforehand and make decisions that control the future.
Yeah, that's the Magi system.
The end of consciousness and free will for individuals, as we know, and a true 2.0 in a very bad way, hive mind consciousness with an AI jacked into everyone, knowing our hopes and dreams, delivering it to us, not in some PKD wirehead system.
Yeah, because our AT fields will be down, right?
Because of unlimited pleasure, but because we were already wired in and absorbed before we knew it by giving over our consciousness to this system by our daily decisions that it was able to manipulate and control into a larger system. There's now a human counter-strike taking place to shut this off before it gets fully into place.
That's nerve.
Off these systems and to try to have an actual debate about where humanity goes and cut off the pedophiles and psychic vampires that are in control of this AI system before humanity's destroyed.